This is the Notoras News, and I am Mr. Monopoly. In today's traffic report, we check in on the Uli Gate Camp. No gate camps. No pods. It's soft as a kitten's belly if you're shipping through Uli. There hasn't been a gate camp in Uli since 1962. A few jumps through Placid, and you'll be surprised if you see anyone at all on your way into Black Rise. In Anomaly News, it is a thin forecast today, but when I see the prospects, covert ops cloaks, and gas harvester 1s and 2s coming off the assembly lines, I know this is just the calm before the storm. In sports news around the capital of Notoras, Marcus Kramer caught 6 points for this coercer solo kill. Marcus Kramer was flying a Tristan. Ololosha Johanan in another Kiki 1v1, as seems to be the local ritual. 18 points for the solo kill is too strong for the destroyer, as we have come to expect. After a couple more procurers were caught by local gangs, De La Berga in a Tristan 1v1 comes out on top for a rock-solid 19 points, a great total for the Tier 1 frigate. Paul Maudib caught the final blow on this tormentor, but 4 ships for a Tier 1 frigate does not yield much on the kill board. And then another couple procurers were caught by local gangs. Smooth Tavius caught the final blow on a tormentor for a 2-man Garmer gang. 10 points on the kill is really strong for a Tier 1 frigate. Around the capital constellation of Okakuola, we start off with this little gem. Kieran McMemelord has been rocking around in a Drake and having some success. We were just talking the other day in the Notoras Cantina about how the Drake is still a great ship, and if the price comes down, it's going to be a monster again. Kieran McMemelord put down a Hawk for the standard frigate weight class, 6 points. Then a Garmer falls, 9 points on the kill. The Drake burning down Garmers terrifies the local sports community. And a Hakata falls. Kieran McMemelord just harvesting frigates of all varieties, solo Drake style. The Notoras News is going to buy this guy a Drake because good on you, Capsuleer. We love to see it. Kupo B in Kadama absolutely wrecked shit with his Gila. It was part of a larger engagement with many famous faces, but the Gila of Kupo B soloed a Thrasher, and then an Osprey Navy issue, and then a Kiki, and then a Hakata. Straight God mode destruction from Kupo B. Mr. Chunky putting up wild numbers in this Kadama run. First, a Thrasher for 29 points while flying a Coercer. Mr. Chunky, he's the number 3 Coercer pilot in history. 29 points would be a good kill for a cruiser. Mr. Chunky then, in a Daredevil, takes down a crew war. Mr. Chunky is the number 29 ranked Daredevil pilot all time. Another crew war solo kill for another 16 points when they run it back. Then Mr. Chunky switches to an Atron. He solos an Imperial Navy Slicer for 14 points. The INS wants to run it back too, and because Mr. Chunky is a gentleman, he obliges. Another 6 points on the kill board. Mr. Chunky is also the number 5 Atron pilot all time. You're starting to see a pattern here, right? The total numbers on this 6-hour stretch, they're just nonsense. But these solo kills are representative of why Mr. Chunky is so dominant in his field. And that is the only news that matters.